Lynn Kenyon, Everything Montana Real Estate, in conjunction with Live in Montana Real Estate. I'm here with Justin Campbell again, famed flipper as we will call him. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this is another one set on the market for quite a while. I'll show you inside why. But we were able to get it at a good deal. This is another one we'll plan on rehabbing to keep.
Oh, to keep again?
Yeah, we'll keep this one also. So it was at one point a single family, made into a duplex, turned back into a single family, which we will then turn back into a duplex.
I got it.
So
do you ever get the story like this? How old is this house? 20s, 30s?
Yeah, I think it's 20s.
Do you ever hear like anything like what happened or any drama or any like why is it empty now? Did somebody have? I mean, the last one it was condemned. That was pretty big deal.
Yeah. I don't know the backstory of this one. I know that the sellers, I think they just had it a couple years, and if I understand right, I don't know exactly, but I think they may have ran out of budget for the rehab.
And we'll see why.
And the remediation for the foundation, that's the biggie.
That's the big one. Okay, let's go walk through and take a look at this one, see what you're gonna do. So you can see all this shipping paint. I mean, great. When I walked in just a few minutes ago, I see, so they put a new window in, but they kind of cheaped it out. I mean, it looked like it was a big window at one point and a big door here, and they cheaped it out.
Yep. Yeah, so this is another one that we haven't decided yet if we're going to have two entrances on the front, but what I'm thinking is we're just going to side this.
Over it.
Leave the front entrance for the upstairs unit, and then the back, or the downstairs unit will come in from the back.
Got it.
So that way the front can have, or the upstairs can have the front porch and the front yard, and the downstairs unit can have the backyard.
Got it.
Yeah, get ready for a wonderful smell. Did you smell it? I didn't smell it that bad this time.
No. So is it just people leaving their animals inside? Is that the biggest problem with?
Usually when you can smell it, it's usually cats.
Cats. Yeah. So they've done the floor. Will you take out their floor because of the cats, or just leave it?
Well, we'll have to see if we can identify where the smell's coming from. If we don't have to take out the flooring, we won't.
Yeah, because this is life-proof.
Yeah.
It's expensive flooring.
The same thing in here. I mean, we'll paint the cabinets. We're going to leave the structure of the kitchen. We'll put new handles on the cabinets, but most of it is going to stay exactly as it is. So the downstairs unit is very close to being done already.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see where their rehab, the progress that they had.
So how long have you owned this?
This one we closed on yesterday.
Oh, and they've already started before you closed?
No.
Oh,
no.
The people before you did their rehab.
Yeah,
Got it.
right. So there's a bathroom here.
So do you see a lot of people doing their own rehabs and then you having to redo it, sort of thing, or hit and miss?
Not a whole lot. Yeah, you can see it's a pretty nice walk-in shower that they did. Just standard, nothing fancy, but great for rental.
So you won't change that?
No, won't change that at all. Yeah, it's a new toilet already.
So they probably bought it and didn't realize the scope of the foundation. Is that they got into it and dumped some money into it, which is...
I don't know their specific situation, but
if you were going to guess,
Yeah. Let me turn the lights on.
Oh yeah, look at this, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a red flag when you're buying to flip. Don't watch your foundations.
Yeah, and we're actually going to take this off. This entire structure, it looks so bad.
Will you keep the concrete?
I'm not sure what we're doing with the concrete yet. We'll have to do something with the drainage. So I don't know if we'll just jack it all up and then level it.
So is this one negative drainage like the last one, or what was the cause of this? Oh, well, there you go again.
Drainage.
That's you got to really watch that, as we talked about in that last one. You kind of think, oh, no big deal, but it is an enormous deal if it causes foundation issues.
Yeah, and immediately you can smell the moisture. It smells. And get ready for this.
Holy smokes.
Watch your foot, but also if you brought your swimming suit.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So this was, you can see the water coming in from the foundation. So that's extensively just,
look at this wall here, how it's heaving. Is this even safe down here?
Yeah.
Sure it is.
Yeah, just don't breathe on it.
Don't move.
Yeah.
I hope there's no seismic activity. So, okay, so you see this.
Yeah.
Everybody else is running for the hills. Look at this floor, Charlie. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, you're a different cat. What do you look at this and you say, everything's fixable?
Well, immediately we think nobody else is going to buy this, so we're going to get a bargain. The second thing is we get an engineer out here to make sure that we're not getting in over our heads. We have backed out of a deal before we closed because the engineer's report was way too aggressive, and the way it was built, it would have been very difficult to remediate. But there's so much space, it's really easy to remediate.
So just in simple terms, what is he saying you're going to do on this?
Yeah, so very similar to the last one. We've got to build walls inside. We may have to do a French drain system outside because of how excessive the water is. We're going to try to tie a sump into the main sewer stack. That way it can just drain right into it.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So just build it up, resolve the negative drainage, have a sump pump. So
Yeah.
does all this get lifted out or do you go over it?
We'll jack up all of this concrete.
That's got to be, what's that run just by itself? Give me
I'm not
ranges.
sure. Yeah, it'll probably be about $5,000 just to
Oh.
jack it out.
So jack out the concrete,
Yeah.
$5,000-ish,
Yeah.
and then pour new concrete.
I don't know that we're going to do a new. So I'm not sure exactly what we're doing there.
So
Is
how do
it-
you even get the concrete in through the windows? If you were
If
going
we
to do that?
no, we would. The truck would back up right there, and then
The back door and just
yeah,
bring their funnel down?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, this will be a fun one to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one was, how long is this going to take?
Same thing, 3 months. We try to keep everything to 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Unless you find something. What's your sewer like, do you know?
Sewer is okay. We did a scope, and it's okay.
That's another thing we're seeing more and more and telling our buyers to get sewer scopes because they're expensive.
Gotta get a scope.
Yeah, they're.
It's so cheap. It's less than $200. You can get a camera down there, and it'll save you $10,000.
Yeah, because then you can negotiate that if you have to.
You can absolutely negotiate.
Well, I am anxious to see this. This is pretty bad.
Yeah. Do you want to see the other unit?
Yeah, is it bad too?
The other unit is worse than over here, and that's the one we're going to do more of a. We're going to spend money on that side because we'll make it into an AirBNB.
Oh, okay. So if you keep them yourself, you can do monthly rentals or nightly rentals.
That's right.
Now if you're listening, that really depends on where you are. Some jurisdictions don't allow nightly rentals, so you always want to check on that sort of thing. You don't want to buy a B&B and have the city have a cease and desist on your front door that you can't do them.
That's right.
And they do monitor those things. So, so the other unit's upstairs.
Some more knob and tube.
More knob and tube. We looked at that in the last one. That's not good. So will you paint the stairs?
I'm not sure if what we'll do, if we'll carpet it.
Carpet's so much cheaper, yeah.
Yeah, we're still doing design on this side, so to be determined. But this one, yeah, it stinks.
Yeah.
It stinks up here.
So what are you doing to get rid of that? I know you said Kills in that
Yeah,
one.
there's a better product than Kills. I can't remember what it is, but it's more of an oil-based.
So it's a paint.
Yeah.
Paint it
roll
on.
Kills, you'll have to do 3 coats, but this, it stinks.
Yeah.
So this one will obviously rip up all the flooring. We may move some walls.
So this is kitchen
Yeah.
to be. Well, you've got a nice metal roof at least.
Yeah, and so the metal roof, originally we thought we were going to have to replace it, but we're just going to replace the screws and reseam it, things like that. So, instead of paying $12,000 for a roof, it'll be $2,500.
Wow, that's something you got to trust your roofer, and you've got a good one.
Yeah.
You got to trust all your contractors.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You're relying on their advice. Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So we'll see you back in both of them in about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
See where you're at. See
That's
what
right.
you're doing. See if you're keeping them really, or
Yeah.
if you found something that I'm anxious to see what happens with that basement, what they
foundation,
decide. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Thanks for joining us, Lynn Kenyon, Everything Montana Real Estate, with Justin Campbell of Red Door, and you're seeing what he can do. It's amazing, and some of the problems. So, they'll be back.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Thanks. Okay, Lynn Kenyon, Everything Montana Real Estate, in conjunction with Live in Montana Real Estate. This will be our last walkthrough on this one. This is a flip, Justin Campbell, Red Door Properties. And do you remember what this looked like before? This is what's so fun, is just to see what transformation this has. What did you do, and especially what did you do to change the configuration?
Yeah, well, I mean, we did everything. From roofing to plumbing to HVAC to electrical, everything was done. We did do some reconfiguration. So originally there was a door access on this side, a door access on this side. We decided to make them completely different and distinct living spaces. So the upstairs unit is going to be an AirBNB, and we've got that access here. The other side, you get access from the back side of the house, and then we added a bedroom and bathroom and all of that.
That's crazy. So you'll remember this one. What we're gonna do, we'll go to the Airbnb first. So he's kind of a moving target all the time. I'm gonna sell him, I'm gonna rent him, you never know. So this is a hybrid. He's got an Airbnb with a monthly rental, so that's a win-win. And you'll see the Airbnb is very, very nice. And let's go walk through that. You'll see a transformation there. But downstairs knocks your socks off, and Charlie will show you, he'll put on the screen what we walked through before and what we're going to walk through now, and you are going to be blown away. All right, let's take a look.
After you.
Thanks, sir. So this is nice. I like this. This is all new.
Yep, that's new. We still have to do, obviously, carpeting in here, so it's not 100% done, but very, very close. Still have to restain the steps. But obviously that's the last step.
Well, I just think this is the focus, and you're going to be about $100 a night-ish on this.
Yeah, that's right.
So do the math. But there's a lot of competition in Great Falls. Don't think you're just going to go get an Airbnb and make it work for you.
That's right.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. You got to have them cleaned. There's a lot involved, and you got some competition now. It sounds like. So new paint, new sink, new appliances. What else?
Yeah, new everything. Fixtures, flooring. Everything has been touched in here.
Cabinets, countertops.
New cabinets, completely different configuration. If you remember last time, there was a wall here, kind of right here, so it was a really narrow entrance. There's kind of a funky little alcove here, so we tore all of that out, just tried to open the space up a little bit more. I mean, new windows, everything, yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting with the Airbnb market, it's exploded the last couple of years. So we're up to over 180 short-term rentals in Great Falls right now.
So if you'd done this a couple years ago, but yeah, if you're going to dive into this, know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you really need to, your standard is going up against hotels. So why would somebody pay the cleaning fee? Why would somebody pay a little bit extra to stay in an Airbnb versus a hotel? So you've got to think, what are your amenities? What are you offering?
Sure.
Make sure that it's
Sarah was just showing me like this pulls that into a bed. So you do have, it's how many people can you get into a room? Do you really want to live in a motel, hotel? If you're here for a month as a traveling nurse or something of that nature. Yeah. So yeah, she's just finishing up here, but the bathroom's really nice too. All laminate floors, all new paint. Then you got to pay for the furniture. Yeah. You got to pay for you have to pay for the soaps and the coffee and the creamer and all that goes along with it. And then you also need to be aware of lodging taxes. You have to assess a lodging tax. You've got to keep track of that quarterly and pay the state on that. So it's not as easy as a monthly by any means.
It's not cut and dry. the guest communication, if you're on a platform like Airbnb or VRBO, you've got to make sure your timing is, you have to respond really timely to everybody.
Or you'll get bad reviews. You get a bad review, you're
Bad
sunk.
reviews, yeah. Get lower on however Airbnb runs their algorithm. If you don't respond in a certain amount of time, you don't show up on one of the first searches.
So this is tricky, but isn't it fun just as you viewers are seeing what he's done, how he and Sarah have transformed this. So this is the Airbnb, and then we're going to walk downstairs and you can see how that's just a whole nother game there. Mm-hmm. But this is pretty, looks good, smells good, pretty blue, very, very nice. Did you guys do this? Do you design all the colors and?
Nope, that's Amber.
Did
Amber,
she
yeah.
do that? Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, she picked all of that. Sarah did all of the furnishing.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's go downstairs and take a look. Okay, so now they're going in the back.
Yep.
Instead of those two front windows. So he's
Yeah.
moved everything around. So really creative, good thinking. So the Airbnb person doesn't run into the monthly.
Yeah.
And let's go take a look at this.
Yeah,
We
and
walk-
just one quick thing out here. So we had to, there was kind of an addition garage type space over here. So we tore that down. We had to put this T111 on and get creative because the siding doesn't match. So we just went with a completely different color
I like
to
that.
kind of throw
That
off.
was a great idea.
If we were going to try to match the siding, it was going to be too complicated. So
Well, and then that's a huge expense you don't need. No,
Yeah.
this looks a little bit, I like that, a little racier. So you remember this one. Let's walk down here.
Yeah.
Let's start with the basement. And
Sure.
You wouldn't normally start with the basement. And this one, that's significant based on what that looked like when we were here last. Oh, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we
You're a
added-
master.
we added a laundry, we added a bathroom, and then another bedroom downstairs. So we weren't originally going to go with another bedroom and bath, but if you remember from when we first walked through, the way that the concrete had shifted, it was kind of a safety hazard if anybody were to come down
yeah.
here. So we thought, well, we were going to have to jack up the concrete. Originally, I was just going to put gravel down here, level it out. We thought, what would it take to put another bedroom and bathroom down here? And then as we were running our numbers, we thought, wow, we really need another bedroom or bathroom in order to make the market rent.
So let's walk, let's
Yeah.
talk and walk. So what's the difference in what you can get? Can you
if
share that?
If it was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, we could probably get $1,200, $1,250. I know some people will press the rents, but that's safely what we could get for it with a backyard. As a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, we can get closer to 16.
So
or
$400 a month
Yeah.
difference,
Mhm.
times 12, times however long you keep it. You're going to pay yourself back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
What did that cost, just adding the extra bed and bath?
It was another $12,000, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's significant. You want to make sure your numbers are right and that the market is strong enough to...
Yeah, and we went over budget, so we thought, is it going to be worthwhile to add it? We'll just pull the money from our savings, and so. It was
Well, so
worthwhile
this
for
is a
us.
keeper. You keep this,
Yeah,
and then
that's the plan.
So then the thing is too, you can always think of folks. So he's thinking, yeah, we're going to keep it. Is this bathroom here?
That's the bathroom, yeah.
He's going to keep it, but as an income property, it starts looking pretty good to investors.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of flexibility. If you decide to keep something for a while, then you need to sell it. That's a really nice position because now you're selling a property that's going to finance because of the condition, how it looks, almost new. Hopefully you keep it that way.
Yeah.
Hopefully you vet your tenants
That's right.
and they don't have little ferrets running around like
Yeah.
we did this week apparently. But anyway, really, really looks nice. Doesn't even feel like the same house. Doesn't smell like the same house. All new windows, all new doors, everything. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
why you went under budget. Look at this is nice. Yeah, this looks amazing. And that basement, I mean, we just kind of shook our heads last time like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? What are you thinking? And obviously you were thinking and you've done it again. Justin Campbell of Red Door. Look at this. He's got a few things here, but what a transformation.
Yep.
3-bedroom, 2 baths, new kitchen. and about $1,600 a month at this.
That's right. Yeah.
That's great. Really, really nice. Well, as always, thank you for sharing all this with us. I mean, this really gives people some ideas. Hopefully they're smart about it because you know what you're doing and you ran over budget. So be careful. This is not slam dunk.
No.
I mean, he's finding things all the time. You know, sometimes it's great and you can brag about it, and sometimes you just cry or sell or flip or do whatever. Yeah, pray about it and know that the right thing for you to do. So anyway, Lynn Kenyon, I live in Montana real estate. I'm doing this series on everything related to real estate, including these flips. Justin's provided us a lot. We've got some other ones coming, and we appreciate always your time and taking time with us. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for joining us.